Alright, what's going on? It's your boy Masta B here live from the MMB Radio Studios for the MMB Radio Podcast, where no topic is too big or too small. We talk about them all. And on the phone lines, I want to welcome in right now. She's a newcomer to the game, but I've watched enough of her videos that she's a veteran in my book. The one and only Miss Tana Lea. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Awesome. So, as I was saying, adult film star, you're still new in the game. I mean, I feel like we're, practically like best buddies now, as much as I've seen some of your work.
Yes.
But the people who do not know who you are, we're going to get the chance to know you a little bit tonight. So you ready to talk about yourself tonight?
Let's do it.
Awesome. So, adult film star, haven't been in the game for very long. So you've only really been in the business for what, a little over a year now?
Yeah, April of last year.
Okay. So, looking at your resume here, you kind of got for the adult film industry standards, kind of got into the game a little bit later than what most people do. Why?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Why such a late start in it?
I think because I pretty much did everything that I wanted to do beforehand. Like, I did all my professional stuff before porn, so it was just like, I don't know, it worked out that way. Like, I don't know, I don't think I would have been able to handle doing porn if, like, back in the day, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So when you say you got all your professional stuff out of the way, when you were going into, I guess, like the professional world or whatever society deems professional anymore, what were you, what was your aspirations to be, before porn? Like, what field were you going into?
Oh, well, I worked for Texas A&M in biomedical engineering, and then I worked for the Attorney General of Texas doing child support, and then I worked for a private attorney, and then I worked for the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, a men's prison. I was like commissary manager there. And then from there, I kind of just like, I got divorced and moved to Austin, and then I started bartending and then modeling, and then from there, selling like my own solo tapes and then all that stuff, and then it just kind of turned into porn.
You make it sound so simple. Like, all this schooling, important jobs, and now I'm fucking on film, and
hell yeah.
Damn, and I wish I had like that path. I don't know. My GPS must be screwed up, because I don't know where the hell I did not grow into, that work field. But yeah. So
you're like, how did that happen?
Yeah. So it sounds like you were doing some very like important shit there.
Yeah.
So like when growing up, you grew up in Texas?
Yeah, I'm from like Central Texas. So like, I showed goats and so I like ran for Fair Queen, like shit like that.
Okay.
Walked around outside barefoot a lot.
Okay. And were you exposed to like porn, at a younger age?
No, I was a super prude. I was a super prude. So like, I almost didn't marry my ex-husband because he wanted to go to a strip, or like had his bachelor party at a strip club.
Have you spoken to your ex-husband since you've gotten into the adult industry?
My Twitter was suspended like a few months ago. My ex-husband texted me and said, "What happened to your Twitter?" And then my response was, "Why the fuck are you following me on Twitter?"
So he obviously knows what you're doing now.
Yeah, he thinks I'm famous and tells all of his friends that his ex-wife is a porn star.
Nice.
So I'm like his claim to fame, I guess.
Now, I mean, has he been trying to like pursue you to get back with you, or
He did. Whenever I broke up with the last guy I was seeing, seriously, my ex-husband like hit me up and was like, "Hey, let's come see me. I live in what's the place in Colorado all the people fucking live?" Aspen. He lives in Aspen. He does like stupid like errand boy shit. He's like, "Come hang out with me." I was like, "No thanks."
He's like, "Come on, hang out. Let's fuck, because you're a porn star." And,
yeah.
That's like all porn stars do, is just fuck all the time. Supposedly in like the mind of people who don't know the business.
Oh, so, yeah. You should, yeah, for sure.
So when you got into the business, people who knew you prior to that, what was their reactions to that?
A lot of people, I was always like a slut. So I was like a prude slut. I don't know. Like before I got, should we get brownies? Sorry. Before I like did porn and stuff, like I had sex with people, but like, I don't know, that's part of the reason why I do it, because I like having sex, but I mean, everyone kind of would be like, I don't know. I feel like they would know that that's something I would do. I don't think anyone was really surprised because I was kind of already doing it anyways. Like, I've always kind of been doing porn. Like, I always have sold, like, my sex tapes and nudes and shit online. So I think that, like, no one was really that surprised.
So, I mean, when you were, like, in high school and were, like, a teenager and everything, when did you lose your virginity? Like, I mean, you said you're this slutty prude, but when did it, like, fully blossom into hardcore?
When I was 15, that's when it started. And then, that's when it started. And then I just kind of, like, had, like a lot of people. Just, like, a lot. Probably, I don't know, I would say before porn, probably, like, 400 people before porn.
Are you for real? You fucked 400 people before you got into porn?
Probably, maybe 350, 375, but yeah, I've honestly, like, stopped counting because it was kind of bad.
If this is the first for, like, MMB Radio, if like, this is why we need to have a live webcam in the studio. If you could see my face right now, I'm like, you're fucking shitting me, really? 350 people?
No, I swear.
Now,
yeah,
are
because
these all...
So, also, like, I don't masturbate, really, so I just would rather have sex.
Okay.
So I just would call over dudes to just come fuck me, like, but it would be, like, different, I don't know, just different ones. I'd have, like, one, like, I'd hang out at night and cuddle and watch movies and shit, and then just different dudes for different things.
Okay. Remind me afterwards to get you to text me, like, your address. So, like,
different things.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't give a fuck what role you have me. I could be a cuddler. I could watch fucking sports. I mean, Real Housewives, whatever the fuck you want me to do. Just put me in that role. I'm very flexible. Yeah, put me in. I'm I can be in any
Put me in, coach.
Yeah. So, like, most of these people, like, where did you meet 350 people? Like, Jesus Christ, that's like a mall on a Saturday afternoon.
That's a lot of people. Well, I live in College Station, Texas, so that's a very big college town. So there's a lot of very young penis in that town.
Okay.
Always. So, that, and then I don't know, I've just always been, like, myself, like, how I am. So I'm always, like, meeting people and stuff like that, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, you didn't use, like, apps like Tinder or Grindr or anything? Like,
oh, no, this was before. This was, like, before any of that shit was a thing.
So you were just, like, an innovator to this shit.
Yeah, like, when I moved to Austin, I kind of used it a little bit, but for the most part, no. I just know people.
Okay. Now, are these all guys, or do you hook up with girls, like?
Mostly guys, yeah, but the problem with hooking up with chicks is there's a lot of fake lesbians, so you can't really hook up with chicks just like you would guys and a lot of girls don't get tested either, and there's a lot of nasty shit in a vagina, so I'm not trying to, like, just hook up with random chicks that are not getting tested, but also just fake lesbians are the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of girls don't actually like eating pussy, they pretend that they do, and so it makes it really not enjoyable if you're with someone that actually doesn't know how to do it or like it.
Yeah. Okay. So 350 guys. I'm still fucking mind blown right now on that, but so you obviously, like I said, had a successful career, like, in regular, normal society, and then according to this here, like, you got linked up with Tanya Tate and Nicole Aniston. So 2 guests that we've had here on the podcast that we absolutely love and adore, and they proposed to you that, like, hey, like, you've already fucked, like, more people than some of these people that are getting paid to fuck. So should you just join the business? Is that, like, how did they approach you about it?
No, I was working for Fleshlight. So I was at the AVN Awards doing social media for Fleshlight, and they were there at the booth, and when I saw them, they were just, like, normal chicks who had their stuff together, and they were, like, not cracked out porn stars. So I was like, okay, well, you can't actually do porn and have, like, another life and, like, be, like, successful and shit. So then talking to them, and then I went and met with Derek from LA Direct, and he told me he wanted to sign me, and then when I went in, he was like, oh, you have too many tattoos. I'm like, okay, cool. So then I just went and, like, signed with OC or some other people I met with too, but yeah, so that's pretty much how it happened.
Now, he mentioned that you have a lot of tattoos, and it's worth noting to have a lot of tattoos. How many of them do you actually have?
I don't know. I stopped counting. Like 30-something, maybe.
Okay. So obviously you weren't getting,
over 30-something, I think.
Yeah, you weren't getting every dude that you fucked's name tattooed on you, so that's a good thing.
No, definitely not.
So what is what are some of the tattoos? Like, do they have like significant meanings to you, or?
Yeah, some of them do. I mean, honestly, I started just getting tattoos just because I was 18 and I was able to get tattoos. But then I have a tattoo artist that pretty much, like, I kind of have like a theme now of like man-eating bitches and like mythology or history. So I have like a harpy, and I have Cleopatra, and I have and then I have like a Medusa on my leg. And what did I get the other day? Oh no, the other day I got some Illuminati shit, so that doesn't correlate, but
So I see here on the notes here you have one of them that is like an image of yourself or your breasts, or what is this?
Yeah, it's on the harpy. So my tattoo artist, I asked him to draw me a siren, and instead he drew me a harpy. But the harpy has boobs. Sorry, I'm eating a Lunchable. The harpy has boobs, and he asked me for a picture of my boobs, so I sent him my boobs.
See, now you said you were eating, and like people probably would have been listening to that and hearing a mouthful, and were probably wondering what you were doing while you were on the podcast.
Yeah.
She's got a
eating
mouthful.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Lunchable life.
Yeah. So, I mean, in the short time that you've been in the business, what are some of the things that, like, did you have like a perception of what was going to be, like, this business was going to be like?
Kinda. I mean, I don't know. When you think of like porn, you think of like a lot of gross, like, old people, I guess. I don't know, not really, but like my perception from being like this small town in Texas that I was from, like, was like weird, like sex fiends or like, I don't know, a lot of like bad shit, but it's not really like that at all. I mean, there's parts of it like that, but for the most part, like, you can kind of, I don't know, weed those people out.
I mean, like you said, I mean, there's probably people who have like this misconception of what the adult film industry is like. For people, like, have you gotten any backlash from people that you know about you going into this? I mean, you said a lot of people knew you would probably be doing this, but did anybody give you any pushback? Any family?
No, because everyone knows I don't give a shit. So if they said something to me, I probably wouldn't even acknowledge them.
Okay.
I literally do what I want when I want, so it doesn't really matter what anyone has to say about it because I'm going to do whatever I want anyway. So
now,
I'm very stubborn.
Do you have any goals in the business, like how long you want to be in the business for, and like things of that nature?
No, not really. I'm just right now building my brand, so I'm working on like making money while I sleep, doing things to build my stuff so I can make money on other people doing porn too. Like I do a lot of things. I don't know. Like right now I'm doing Snapchat. Like I make most of my money on Snapchat, but I'm just actually filming my life. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking here. It says you do video vlogs or vlogs of your ventures on your YouTube channel. So you have a YouTube channel as well?
Yeah.
And what is some of the content people can see on there?
So on my YouTube channel, I do a lot of weed stuff. Like I get high and watch my own porn and do like a reaction video to it. And then I've done some vlogs. Like when I went to AVN, I vlogged about a whole week at AVN and stuff like that, fun stuff. Like my stuff that I normally do in real life, because like porn is my job, but like porn is only probably like 20% of what I actually do. I make money like doing all these other things as well.
So you're like a young entrepreneur, but you're also an advocate for the legalization of marijuana. Why do you think it's such a hot topic with marijuana being, legalized in certain states, and why people are doing it and why people aren't?
I think because marijuana was associated as a drug. So when people assume of a drug, they think of something that's going to get you super fucked up. So I think people that are uneducated and don't know that marijuana is a medicine. So when I wake up and smoke weed, I don't wake up and smoke weed to get super fucked up and go rage and do all these rage day party things or whatever. I smoke weed so that I can function and have a normal day and be normal and not freak out on anyone. Like, that's why I smoke weed. So I think people that have, like, the perception that weed is like a drug, they, like, compare it to any other drug. So weed is a drug. Well, so is meth. So is crack. So that's what they're just, like, putting it with. When in actuality, it helps a lot of people in a lot of ways. So without weed, I would probably have no friends.
Well, you'd have a friend with me. I mean, I don't smoke weed,
Oh,
but
thanks.
I'm more than welcome to, be friends. So what steps have you taken to, like, help the process of legalizing it other than just, saying that it should be? Like, are you actually involved in different, organizations or any steps of, trying to help pass any kind of laws?
I mean, I would love to do any of that. I just bought the LLC for Nug Hub, so I'm going to be doing, like, more weed-related things. And I'm, like, paired up with a dispensary, so I work with them a lot and do stuff. I don't know. I'm just going to be doing a lot of weed stuff this year as well, so probably.
Okay, so we can definitely check you out doing some of that stuff. What is something that you enjoy the most about being in the adult business, other than, being able to have sex all the time? Like, what other perks are there other than having sex?
All the perks, but all the perks any other famous person would have, except for everyone likes to deny that they know us or they're friends with us. So that's the only thing that's, like, lame. But I don't know, like, a lot of free shit, a lot of people recognize me.
People recognize you out in public?
It's a cool thing. Yeah, a lot of people, when they recognize me in public, they either say it in passing and, like, walk by fast and say, oh, shit, it's Tana Lea. Or they talk to me, because I guess some people realize, like, once people know that they recognize me, then obviously people are going to know they watch porn. So some people are just weird about that.
Mm-hmm. Now, like, what is your reaction, like, when people come up to you? Like, is it just kind of like, is it cool, flattering? Is it still, like, a little weird?
No, I like meeting fans. Mm-hmm. It's nice.
Now,
it's even when you're having a bad day, someone recognizes you. It's pretty cool.
Now, I mean, in the adult business, you could probably meet some weirdo fans. Have you had any bad interactions with fans?
Not really, because honestly, I always have people around me. So if there's any, like, weirdos, usually, I did have a stalker once. She was a fan, I guess, because she's a stalker. She showed up to a club that I was hosting, and told someone she was my assistant to try to get in.
I mean, what is a cover charge?
But they knew that I didn't have an assistant, so. Huh?
I said, what is a cover charge at a club anymore that you need to lie to get in?
Oh yeah.
It's like,
I don't even know. I don't pay, and I don't wait in line.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's really not that much people like to be, making up lies.
Yeah, I know. No, she wanted to just stalk my life. She was, like, obsessed with me.
Now, what is like? Have you fulfilled your fantasy in, like, real life or in the porn world? Like, what is your ultimate fantasy?
In real life, to, like, date successfully, like, to have, like, 4 or 5 boyfriends, but they only all date me.
Okay.
Like the movie, have you seen the movie Savages?
I have. Okay.
With Blake Lively?
Yes.
Like that, but, like, with more boys.
Okay. Okay. No, I mean, like,
but no, I don't know. I kind of want to do, like, a prison flick, since I worked at a prison.
Yeah, and I was going to say that you've worked in some areas that are, like, ideal, like, places for, like, how porn start, like.
Yeah, for sure. And I was a flight attendant for a day, too, maybe a flight attendant porn. I don't know, something cool. I want to do a DP, or, like, I just want to have a lot of penises.
A lot of penises. How many have you had at all at one time? Whether
at the same time?
Yeah, like, whether it be, like, in the porn world.
I don't know. That was in, like, in an orgy or something that I've done.
So, like, maybe, like, 4 or 5?
Maybe, like, 5 dudes, but in all, honestly, yeah, like, probably 5, but, in real life, I've probably had, like, I don't know, like, multiple people a day. Not the same people, either.
So, what type of guys are you attracted to?
I like dark hair, dark eyes, muscles, usually. Usually I'm not attracted to lighter hair guys, but don't know. It doesn't matter to me, honestly. Like, you don't have to be, like, super attractive, but you have to make me laugh, or at least laugh at me, like my jokes, not at me.
Yeah, that would be too cool. Be like,
that would be kind of fucking mean.
Yeah, like, look at this fucking dumbass. But,
yeah, right?
But that's cool, though. I mean, so, I mean, like, what is dating life like when you're in the adult business? Is it difficult, or?
Yeah, it's stupid.
Okay. Now, I've seen everybody loves...
Everyone's about it, but they're not really about it.
Mm-hmm. And I hear
everyone's
that
like, oh, it'd be so cool to date a porn star. And they're not really like... They want to date a porn star so they can have threesomes because they think that's what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
They think they're going to have threesomes all the time with all these chicks and hook up with porn chicks all the time. But that's not what happens, so they don't like it. They don't like that I'm having sex with other people and they're not.
Gotcha. So, like, are you...
Because they don't understand that it's a job. So they think that I'm cheating on them if I'm having sex with another man.
Well, there's got to be understood.
So that's why I just don't date.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, you met me as a fucking porn star. Like, that's the problem I have with all the dudes.
Like, that's got to be something that's got to get, like, weeded out, no pun intended, from the beginning, like, you gotta understand that, this is what you do for your job, so it's not like you're cheating on people.
Yeah, this one dude I dated would always be like, anything that happened ever, he would be like, oh, well, if you didn't cheat on me for a living. And I'm like, what? Like, that's not even a thing.
Like, you knew what you signed up for. Like, sometimes guys can be stupid like that. But, like, are you currently involved with anybody right now? Or?
Let's see. I'm trying to think who I'm talking to right now.
Mixmaster B.
I talk to a lot
Radio.
of guys at once. So, I usually... Like, right now, I'm talking like 2 dudes, 3 dudes maybe. I don't know. I get irritated, and when they piss me off, I'm over it. I'm on to the next.
Okay, so no serious relationship. So, I mean, like, do you welcome guys hitting you up on Twitter, or is that, like, a bad approach for guys? Because I'm sure you probably get a lot of tweets from guys.
That's where I meet all my boyfriends, mostly, is social media.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool, then.
Because I'm a homebody. I don't really like to leave my house. I have everything I need at my house, and it's really cool. And so I don't really like to leave my house. So I like to have guys or whoever I'm hanging out with come to my house. But yeah, what was your question again? I forgot.
No, I was just saying, like, is it like, do you welcome guys, like, tweeting you about, wanting to meet and hook up?
So when they hit me up on, I don't hook up with like hardly any civilians. I make them go get tested. That's like another issue is like these dudes are all like, oh, hey, let's hang out, let's fuck. And I'm like, okay, are you tested? They're like, yeah, you got tested 3 months ago, 6 months ago. I'm like, no, that's not going to cut it. Like, I make them go get a fresh test, and a lot of those dudes are like bitch about it. So I'm like, if you're going to bitch about getting a fresh test, we're not having sex because you're a dumbass.
Now, like, how easy is it for a guy to just hook up with you? Like, I mean, it seems like you make it seem so easy, though.
It's not. It's not at all. I'm very selective. You want to hear this shit that happened to me last night? This is some fucking shit. I just posted about it on my Instagram story. This fucking girl who's my friend came out with me last night and some other friends, and I have this date, this fucking dude on Instagram who's been hitting me up, wanting to hang out, invited him to our dinner, so it's me, my date, and my 2 girlfriends. And we get drunk at dinner. We go to WeHo. We meet this couple friend of mine that are swingers after. Everyone gets super fucked up. But everyone knows that it's apparent that I'm talking to this guy. Like, he's my date. We're kissing. We're holding hands. All this shit. So we get home, all of us, and I fucking start throwing up because I'm, like, really fucked up. I guess I was really drunk. I don't remember. And while I'm throwing up in the bathroom, one of my friends is getting her pussy ate by the girl that's a swinger, and the dude that I was with is there fucking licking on her nipples and making out with her. Like, while I'm thrown up in the bathroom. Like, how? And then they both fucking acted like it didn't happen, but they both told on each other, basically. And I was like, on my fucking couch. Like, how disrespectful, dude. Like, that's the thing. I think that he thought, like, oh, maybe she's a porn star. Maybe she's cool with this. Or maybe he's just fucking retarded. But, like, who thinks that that's okay? Like, this girl's supposed to be my friend. she's hooking up with my date on my couch. Like, bitch, go to your house.
Sounds like some drama right there.
So, yeah, that's the stuff I deal with. Like, so that was my first date with that guy.
And it's probably your last date with that guy then.
Never. I blocked him. I posted about him and tagged him on Instagram. He reported it and said I was bullying him, so they removed the post.
Oh, jeez.
And then I posted about him again. Like, who the fuck? Yeah, that's my experience with dudes. Dudes are so fucking stupid out here. That's how they treat me. Like, stupid shit like that. I have no tolerance or time for that. Like, I'm in control of who I see and what I do, and if I'm not treated right, I'm out. The first second you piss me off, I'm done. Because there's so many people that pay for my time even. Like, why on earth would I spend my time that I don't have a lot of with people who treat me like that? Like, that's stupid.
I totally agree with you. I'm like trying to look through this Instagram story here to see if we can find who this dude is to put him on blast. Look, I appreciate that, the little shout out there that you're going to be on the podcast. So, mention where people can find you at on social media. So, I mean, you say you hook up with a lot of people and you have a lot of friends you make through social media. So where can people find you at, like, on all these Insta media?
All of my stuff is the Tana Lea. So if you just type in Twitter, the Tana Lea, Instagram, the Tana Lea, or just Google the Tana Lea or Tana Lea, all of my shit is pretty much the same. My website's thetanalea.com.
Now, when you're in the adult business, is there anything that you would not do?
It's funny because when someone asked me that question last year when I started, I said I would never do anal. But I've done anal, so I can't say that. No, not really. I always try everything twice, usually.
Okay, so, I mean, like, you're open to doing anal on film, like, or you've done anal on film?
Yeah, for sure. I've done anal on film at my house with James Dean. Like, we made a sex tape at my house, and he put it on DVD, so I guess I've done anal.
So that counts. It was recorded, so it's in the archives.
Yeah.
Also, looking through here, Tanya had mentioned that you are a WWE fan. Is this true?
Yes.
Okay. Who are you a fan of? I mean, obviously, a lot of people know from looking at my website and podcast that, it's mostly a lot of wrestling stuff. Who are you a fan of, wrestling-wise?
Back in the day, I used to like the Hardy Boys and Lita, Chris Jericho, Triple H, Stone Cold. Like, that was the time I watched wrestling. But now it's funny because, like, I'm friends with Chris Jericho, and, like, I know a bunch of wrestlers now. Scott Hall slides in my DMs. I used to talk to Enzo a little bit. Yeah, it's funny.
Now, how many of them have you hooked up with?
None actually.
Really?
I did not fuck Enzo. I have not fucked Chris Jericho. Yeah, I'm very particular because also a lot of those guys will slide in your DMs and hit, like, Enzo, for example. Me and Enzo hung out, and that motherfucker told me, I didn't even post or tag the dude. We went out one night, and he got, like, super fucked up because he's a cokehead. And, anyways, I didn't even post anything. I posted, like, me on his balcony, but I guess one of my fans was also one of his fans, so they recognized his balcony, and they commented on one of his pictures and was like, oh, shit, you're lucky, Enzo, you're hanging out with Tana Lea. Yeah. And then he texted me and was like, hey, babe, we have to be secret friends. And I was like, what? We have to be secret friends? I'm telling everybody we're secret friends. Like, you're fucking stupid. All these, like, football players and shit, too. They'll slide in my DMs and, like, want to be about it. And they want to fuck me for free. They don't want to pay for it. They want to fuck for free, like some kind of gift to me. Like, what am I going to tell my friends to have sex with you? That's cool. And you have sex with me. You should tell your friends you have sex with me. I'm not going to fuck some dude for free just to say I fucked him. Like, I get paid for sex. Why on earth would I fuck a dude for free that does me no good? Like, that's just them being assholes because they're famous and they can fucking say, oh, hey, I'm famous. You should sleep with me. Like, no. I'm famous too. No.
So, are you still currently friends with Enzo? Or I know he's going through some legal bullshit.
No, I don't fucking talk to that dude. He's a creep.
Okay. So, I mean, I guess you're aware of the story, that happened with him. What was your opinions on that?
He raped the girl. Well, his fucking roommate, when I was there at his house, I went out to a club one night, and when I came out of the club, Enzo was standing there. and he looks really weird. Like, I did not know who he was. And he said, "Hey, Tana, I follow you on Instagram." I was like, "Cool story." I thought he was just like some creepy dude hitting on me. So I was like, "Cool story, bro." He's like, "No, really, I follow you on Instagram." He's like, "I'm a wrestler." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And so he like shows me on Instagram that he was following me, and he really was following me. And I was like, "Okay, cool, whatever." He's like, "Oh, we're going back to this producer's house. We're going to Belly's house to go drink. You should come over." I was like, "All right, fine." So me and my girl go with him to go to Belly's house, this producer. And we get there, it's cool, we chill, we leave, and then it's just me and Enzo and his fucking weird-ass roommate, who's like way too old to be having a fucking roommate anyways, is in his house, and Enzo's like so fucking coked up. He's like walking around, fucking playing with his fucking giant, like, he has so many like giant kid toys. Anyways, long story short, he fucking passes out finally, and he's like super sick. And his fucking roommate comes in the room, and this was even before, I think, it was like right when I started doing porn. His roommate comes in the room and is like asking if he can fuck me and pay me for sex. And I'm like, "Bro, I'm on a date, kind of like hanging out with your friend, and you're trying to fuck me." And he was like literally asking if he could fuck me for money. And I was so creeped out. So then I went and fucking slept in Enzo's bed with him, and like the next morning took care of him and like told him what a creep his roommate was. But like, they're fucking both in some weird fucking creepy shit. So there's no telling. Like, I don't think he would really rape someone, but he's weird.
So he would definitely put himself in that kind of situation.
Oh, for sure, 1,000%. He was probably definitely in a bad situation that probably came out bad because of how he acts. Like, I know he does a lot of drugs and he parties, so it was probably one of those scenarios. And if this was, I think it was supposed to have taken place like a while back or something, so it was probably true. I mean, it's true to like the degree of like the time period when he was partying and shit.
Mm-hmm. Now, have you
But then again, you have all these girls that want to be famous and they want to fucking come up off of like saying someone raped them or saying, like, you never know these days. Like, there's a lot of fucking psychotic people, so it really sucks because you could ruin someone's life with that shit, but you never know, like, if it actually happened,
Yeah,
it's hard. It's like, who's to fucking say it happened or who's to say it didn't happen? The only people that know are the ones that are there.
Yeah. Well, they always say there's three sides of a story, both parties and then the truth, So, I mean, you mentioned different celebrities that, were trying to hook up with you and everything, and you're like, I'm not going to just fuck you because you won a Super Bowl or, and dunk a basketball. Have you had any high-profile celebrities, that may have paid you, or, do they have any confidentiality, for them, or, what's, one of the weirdest experiences you've had?
Because they're all fucking shady assholes. I don't know. I don't fuck with them. Once they try to tell me that I have to be a secret, I'm like, no, I'm not going to be a secret. Like, I don't play that shit. Like, unless you want to pay me a lot of money, I'm not going to be your secret. Like, especially if you got shit going on. I don't need drama. I don't need dick drama. There's too many dicks in the world for dick drama. Like, that's stupid.
Now, what is the most that anyone has ever offered you?
I mean, I worked at the Bunny Ranch, so, for just sex, they always offer, like, these big, stupid amounts in trips. Like, this one dude offered me $50,000, but I don't even know if he had it. You know what I mean? Like, people can say one thing, but I don't know.
Anybody ever come through with it? Like, say, this is what I'm offering, and legit, presented it?
Well, no, and I see private clients. So if some celebrity wanted to, like, fuck me and, like, talked about wanting to pay me, I would say, okay, well, you're talking to me like you're a client, so I'm going to talk to you like you're a client. Like, I had a guy before, just a civilian guy that I was dating. Not even, I was kind of dating. I was, like, talking to him as one of my many boyfriends in Austin. And he was talking to me. He texted me and said some shit like, oh, well, I wanted to get one last session in before you left. And I'm like, session? Okay, so you're a client now. I didn't know you paid me for sex the last time we had sex, but if you want to talk to me that way, then you're going to pay me for sex.
He kind of ruined it for himself.
Fuck off. Yeah, he fucking shit on himself.
Now, when these celebrities...
I don't like being disrespected.
Yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree with what you're saying. I mean, now, so when these celebrities hit you up and, you hook up with these celebrities and they say, oh, I want to be a secret, is that right then and there that you just shoot it down?
Yeah, I say no.
Okay. Now, but most of them, obviously, they have to keep it kind of like on the low because a lot of these guys are, don't want anybody to know that they're paying you or they have families. So does that mean you just don't see a lot of celebrities?
Yeah, it just means I say no and then I go fuck my friends.
Well, that sucks. I mean,
Yeah, I'm more so like friends with celebrities that hit me up in the DMs. Like, it never really ever works out. Like, I mean, I'm just like end up being friends with people, and like I casually date people, but like for most of the time, like the celebrities that hit me up that say they want to be a secret, like football players with wives and shit like that, I just tell them no. Like, I'm not gonna hang out with you and be your friend and be secret. Like, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just don't hang out with them. But I'm friends with other people that, you know, are nice and treat me well. Just the ones that want to act all stupid, like, oh, I have a wife. Well, yeah, you probably shouldn't be hitting me up then if you have a wife. Like, if your wife is not going to appreciate that, like, I'm not going to go tell your wife. I don't give a shit. That's y'all's business. But I sure as hell don't want no wife fucking calling me or fucking blasting my shit. I got shit going on. I don't have time for that.
Mm-hmm.
I sound so country.
You did kind of go into redneck mode right there.
Yeah, I felt like my mother for a second when I stopped talking.
You definitely went straight Southern on us real quick there. So, I mean, I guess what I'm thinking is like, if a guy's like a celebrity or something and he wants to be a secret, like, have you had anybody who's just been just totally blunt about it and was just like, don't give a fuck attitude? It was like, look, I'm married, but I don't even give a fuck if my wife knows what I'm doing.
Yeah, an NBA player recently did that to me. He's like, well, this NBA player has been messaging me. So I used to have my iCloud email on my Instagram, and I finally took it off. But whenever someone has their iCloud email, when you message it, it like goes to their phone. So this dude was texting me from my iCloud for like a year, and he kept saying, hey, I'm a NBA player, I really want to meet you. And I would be like, okay, cool, who are you? And he'd be like, I can't tell you, I'm married. I'm like, okay, cool, that's great. Let me know when you're going to tell me. And so for a year, this dude will hit me up, and he'll text me randomly and be like, hey, I really want to meet you, I'm in LA, like, I had a game, I really want to see you. I'm like, okay, cool, well, you can tell me who you are. And he's like, no, I can't. And so finally, last time he was here, which was like a few months ago, he hit me up and was like, hey, I'm back in town again. I really want to see you. And I'm like, cool. Well, are you still a mystery dude? Because I don't have time for that shit either. And he was like, he told me who he was, and I didn't believe him. So I made him FaceTime me, and it really was him.
Was it LeBron James?
No,
oh.
Unfortunately.
I was like, we want some really good dirt on somebody here. I mean, is he
No, it was Avery Bradley or whatever his name is.
Okay.
Avery Bradley. I think he lives with the Celtics.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, no chill with Tana, man. She's gonna just let it out there and let you know who it was.
I'm like the Taylor Swift of porn. Or real life, actually. I would just call it real life, because I've always put people on blast. If you do something wrong, then if you don't want people knowing your shit, don't do nothing wrong. Like, be a good person, act right, and you don't have nothing to worry about. But if you act a fool, people are going to know you're foolish. Sorry.
Well, then let me ask you this then. So, say you've hooked up with a high-profile celebrity, okay? But they were always on the up and up. Like, they always just played their cards right, never fucked up or anything like that. Would you, not put them on blast, or you just put people on blast who,
yeah,
act
of course.
up?
I've dated fucking dudes that I've dated celebrity dudes that have had situations on the side too and been fine with it, because I didn't know anything about it and I didn't need to know anything about it. Like, they didn't come up to me and say, hey, I have a wife and I want to fuck you. They were just like, I like you, like, let's hang out, like that. Like,
Gotcha.
That to me is fine. Like, that's the thing, I'm not monogamous, and I date a lot of people, and I don't mind the people I'm dating to date other people. I just don't need to know. Like, I don't want to know details, or, like, I don't need to, like, do your own thing when you're not with me, but when your time with me is your time with me. So anything else doesn't matter when we're not together, as long as you're safe and, like, respectful.
So are you able to let the world know, like, who is probably, like, the biggest celebrity that you've dated? Or is that, like, putting that person on blast?
No, I don't even know. I hate when people say who are, like, the famous people you've had sex up with or hooked up with, because I don't even know who's famous. I'm just friends with so many different people, I don't really know who qualifies as famous. So
just like Avery Bradley, you had no clue who he was. You're like, dude could have told you from the first message that he slid into your DM who he was, and you still would have been like, okay.
Yeah, because he played for the Celtics, and I wouldn't have cared. I like the Rockets, but he did play with Big Baby on that team, so I do like, and Rondo James. I like them, but I didn't really know him.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, like, he could have just, like, he almost for a year danced around telling you who he was, when if he would have just told you from the beginning, you probably would have been like, okay. I still don't know who the fuck you are.
But the fact that, the fact that he made it such a big thing, and then I looked him up online, and he got into some kind of scandal earlier, prior with, like, cheating on his wife. So I was like, this dude's always a cheater.
So once a cheater, always a cheater, you know?
And that's the thing. Girls never understand. When girls are always like, oh, he left his wife for me. I'm like, yeah, bitch, he cheated on his wife with you. You think he's not going to cheat on your dumb ass too? Come on. Get it together. If bitches were just smarter, I swear. Girls have so much power, but they don't know how to use it. It's ridiculous. It's a waste.
So where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
Honestly, I don't know, because the California's due for a really big earthquake, so I feel like we probably won't make it another 5 years, or the way the world is. I don't know. I don't think past the next 2 months, honestly. I live my life like I'm going to die tomorrow. Like, legit, I could die in a car accident or zombie apocalypse or earthquake. So I don't know, but right now I'm just building my brand. I want to save money. I want to help. Right now I'm trying to save money for my sister. I'm paying for her rehab. I want to buy my mom's house. I just want to build my business and build my brand so that I can just do what I do right now, which is I just live and go on vacation and, like, make money. Like, that's the goal. Like, I just want to travel and eat good food and have sex and hang out with cool people and do cool shit.
Well, damn, we need you on the East Coast. This is so tempting. But speaking of the East Coast, though, you will be going to XXX in New Jersey. Is this correct?
Yes, I am going to XXX and then the Ink Angels Award thing. Ink Award.
And you're going to be a presenter there, correct?
Yes.
How does that feel? I mean, that's got to be kind of cool to be able to say that not only are you presenting, but you're also nominated for, like, AVN, like, Newcomer of the Year.
Yeah, it's cool. I don't know. It's cool that people know who I am. It's funny because, like, a lot of the times, like, bigger porn girls or porn stars that have been in it longer, like, I'll be like, oh, I'm going to look them up, and they're following me. So I'm like, oh, that's so cool. How do they already know who I am? Or, like, if I'm on set, sometimes the people are already following me or, like, they know me. So I'm like, this is cool.
I get like that. I get excited when people retweet me. So, like, if you, like, retweet something, I, like, start freaking the hell out. I'm like, oh, Tana fucking retweeted me. You know, that's just, I go fan.
Yeah, it's cool.
I get
the power of social media.
Yeah.
Aw.
So, again, let everybody know one more time where they can find you at on Twitter and Instagram, and any parting words you have for any of the fans out there.
Yeah, so everything is the Tana Lea, Instagram, Twitter, the Tana Lea. My main thing that I'm doing right now is my Snapchat, so if they have not subscribed to my premium Snapchat, I have sex on there every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. Yesterday I had sex with 2 dudes back to back. They, like, literally missed each other by a few minutes, didn't even know that, like, one another was coming. But anyways, I have sex on my Snapchat every single day. So you can get that at thetanalea.com or yourtana.com. And then also my Pornhub channel. So subscribe to my Pornhub channel because I've been producing, writing, directing my own feature movies. So I started, like, a late night Pornhub, like a late night fantasy series is basically what I'm calling it. So it's kind of like a HBO or, like, something you see, like, American Horror Story style series that's all connected and has, like, weird shit. So it looks like a movie, but there's sex in it, and it's really good sex. But that's on my Pornhub channel. The first one's Kidnap Me. The second one is Hire Me. I just came out with the trailer today for that.
We just pulled that up here on the studio, too.
So, yeah, subscribe to all that shit. That was just a lot.
2.7 million video views, so definitely make sure you check her out there on Pornhub there. We've got to get that porn star rank, 393. We need to get that up higher too. So we got to.
I know. We want it low. So that's the number. That's the I'm the 393 most searched person on Pornhub.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we got to get that
out of
down.
all of the people that are ever on there. Yeah, so, like, number 1 is, like, Lana Rhoades, and then number 2 is, like, Mia Khalifa, and, like, people like that. Like, even Kim Kardashian is on that list. Like, people who have ever been on Pornhub or had a sex tape are on that list. So, right now, this is the first time I've been under 400. The lowest I've been was 388, which is amazing. So I want to keep going down, so I'm going to be putting more content on my Pornhub channel. But, yeah, that's a big deal.
Well,
so,
as soon as we can keep getting that number down.
Pornhub.
Yes, we'll keep getting that number down so that you can keep going down. On dudes. Yeah. And I say it's been really cool talking with you. I simply adore you right now. I think you're fucking awesome. I love that you're free spirited, and we hope to see and hear more things from you. And anytime you want to come back on the podcast, anytime you just want to just tell us some wild, crazy stories, our lines are always open for you.
Hell yeah, that would be dope.
Awesome. Anything you want the fans to know before you leave?
That I love you all so much, and thank you for liking my titties and vagina as much as you do.
Awesome. We'll be talking to you real soon then.
All right, thank you, babe.
Not a problem. Take care.
What's up? This is Tana Lea, and you're listening to Mixmaster B on MMB Radio.